Do you ever have that cousin or that little kid where you're talking to them and you know exactly what to do and you just keep telling them like every single time you see them, like, hey, don't touch the fire, don't touch the fire. And then boom, like one day after like years and years, they, you know, after years of touching the fire and being burned, they don't touch it. And then they come back to you and they're just like, dude, you're right, man. I shouldn't have touched it. Well, that's exactly the like bonehead like stupidity that we have to deal with, not with a little kid, but with Activision and Call of Duty. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here to talk about a lot of Black Ops 7 details yet again because, yeah, it's new COD season. You know what I mean? We got to get hyped sometimes, right? Again, if you're new to the channel, my name is THEDYNAMIGHT. I'm here with 10K subscribers. We just do Call of Duty YouTube videos. I'm going to try to do it almost every single day. I'm going to take some weekends off, but yeah, I'm going to talk about Black Ops 7. We're going to talk about Battlefield 6. So if you're interested in the journey, you know, my honest raw takes on everything, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Get at me on Twitter, okay? I'm going to try tweeting a lot as well, so that's important. Like the video, drop a comment if you know, if you're excited for Black Ops 7. I know a lot of people aren't, but let's be honest here, they're doing a lot of things well so far. I'm not going to say the game is going to be perfect, but a lot of the stuff they're saying in these tweets and, you know, from Charlie Intel and stuff like that, it's looking pretty decent so far. So at least we have to be hopeful. Speaking of Charlie Intel, he goes on to say, we had the chance to play the Black Ops 7 multiplayer beta at Treyarch last week. Maps were very colorful comparatively, better 3-lane design, and more areas to use Omni movement. The UI was greatly improved, especially for loadouts. And then the modes, they said there's a new overload mode with new boots on the ground version of Uplink. So, I mean, Charlie Intel, you know, how much can we really take from this guy? Like, I'm sure that he has to say some positive things. I'm sure if he really hated the game, he probably would not say the nicest things. And so I believe a lot of the things he's saying so far, right? At least maps, they do look colorful. The 3-lane design, I mean, it's hard to do worse than Black Ops 6. So I guess they have to at least improve there. The UI, I don't think that's worth standing up and clapping for. I never understand when they mess up the UI and then years later they come back with like a decent one and people are supposed to be like, oh, wow, COD is saved. Like, I don't get that, man. Like, just make a UI. It's not like it's part of the game or anything. It's literally just a design choice. Like, I don't know, man. Just like, it's like if Taco Bell like redid their menu terribly and then like did it back to the way like it was. I don't know. Are you going to suddenly go back to Taco Bell? Like, I don't know. It's not like the food got better or anything. So not a big fan of the UI stuff. I don't like when people praise the UI. It doesn't make any sense to me. Another thing people need to stop praising is this idea that they're pushing cosmetics like out of the game. And, you know, they oh man, we're looking out for the community. You know, we don't want to incorporate this, you know, random stuff anymore. Well, unfortunately, Charlie Intel also goes out to say Treyarch says that there could still be some cosmetics that probably push the bounds of Black Ops identity in Black Ops 7, but with more consideration compared to Black Ops 6. Our intention is to stick to stuff that we can, hand on our heart, say, yeah, that feels like Black Ops. Well, first off, this might sound great, but dude, why did you do this in Black Ops 6? Like, let's say we 100% believe them. Why are we suddenly believing them now in terms of like, oh, Beavis and Butthead and oh, Nicki Minaj, all this stuff is like too crazy, guys. We got to dial it back. Why couldn't you do that for Black Ops 6? Like, what was stopping you? Like, you just really need that much money? You know, in Black Ops 6 Season 5, I think it was, like, they had the Nuketown mannequin skin, which was like, I think it's a good example, right? Because that skin fits the Nuketown universe. So it does feel like Black Ops, even though it's a little like goofy. It's a little, you know, out of like, does that really need to be here? Like, probably not. But at least it kind of fits like a Nuketown, like a Black Ops theme. Like that's fine with me. Just Beavis and Butthead, you know, Stan Smith, like things from like Family Guy, things from like the cartoons and TV, like the aliens, like Roger and stuff like that. Like we don't need that stuff, okay? It doesn't feel like Call of Duty. Definitely doesn't feel like Black Ops. Like, if you want to be crazy, put Price in here. You know what I mean? Like, people would eat up Price in a Treyarch game. That's why I put General Shepard in here. You know, if you want to make money, like that'll work, and it'll at least feel like you're still playing in the Call of Duty world, even though it's like, you know, you're not in the right universe. But hey, if you're worried about that, then why the hell are you bringing Stan Smith? Why are you bringing Kevin Durant and Devin Booker in here? You know, so I don't know. They think they're worried about the right things, but I don't know, man. They could have easily done this in Black Ops 6 and they just didn't. So I have a hard time trusting them here. Let's get on to the big topic of today's video. Man, Treyarch confirms the return of Classic Prestige in Black Ops 6 was a quote-unquote success. telling us over 90% of players that reached level 55 during launch window chose to prestige. It's the highest we've ever had in the franchise as a percentage for prestige. This gotta be like the most like like moment for Call of Duty. Like, this is literally the touching fire example that I gave in the beginning of the video. Man, like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't know. It's just like so many dumb decisions that Treyarch made, or like is choosing to make. Like, they just take out stuff all the time and then get like bitched at by the community for like years and years, until finally they're like, oh, hey, like maybe the community's onto something. They try it out and boom, here's the results. 90% of the fan base and the players liked it. And you might say that's like super obvious. A lot of people didn't see 90% coming because there's a huge casual fan base of Call of Duty players that, guess what? They, surprise, surprise, also wanted to prestige. It's almost like if you have a good idea from like a million years ago Call of Duty and no one complained about it, I don't know, maybe just leave it in the game instead of taking it out because you think some people might not be down for it. Like, what? Like, see, let me get into a quick rant here. This is the problem with Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty developers, sometimes they're just too stuck up on their own high horse and their own ideas of like, oh, this is for sure going to be like a hit for Call of Duty players, or this is for sure going to be like a great game. And guess what, dude? You can't guess on your own. Or, I mean, I guess you can, but you're going to end up colossally failing multiple times. The best way to do this, the best way to handle this, is to simply ask the community. It's not like the COD franchise and the COD fan base is like a bunch of shy guys who like never open their mouths on Twitter or YouTube. Like, no, we are a vocal, I guess we are a minority, but we are a vocal group here. You know, you got a lot of rage baiters and a lot of content creators out here who will speak honestly about the game, but Call of Duty Treyarch, like, you're never going to invite people like that. But at least you can watch the videos. At least you can read comment sections and you know, Twitter, Reddit, things like that. Like, see what people are saying in regards to, you know, your own tweets, in regards to Charlie Intel tweets, even modern freaking Warzone's tweets, right? Like, look at the replies, look at the overall sentiment of your game and what people are interested in and what people aren't interested in. Guess what? They actually did that with goofy skins. It only took like 6 years, but yes, they finally stopped doing that, or like they're supposedly stopped doing that. And guess what? I think, you know, next year this time, should they keep their word and have no goofy skins, I bet we're going to see some statistic of like, oh, microtransactions went up or player retention went up. Like, guess what? It's because you're actually listening to the community. And if it takes Battlefield 6, a huge juggernaut game coming out, for you to listen to the community, then I guess so be it. Moving on over, Treyarch tells us tactical sprint was in Black Ops 6 as every game since Cold War had it, but they intended to remove it for Black Ops 7. That was the case where we're being kind of mindful to where we didn't want players to just feel like we just took something away from them. I guess that's fine. I'm not a huge, I don't think tac sprint's a big deal. You know, a lot of people get their panties in a twist about this. Like, I don't care. Regular sprint, tactical sprint, unlimited sprint, like, don't matter. Just make it fair for every single person. And I think we're good. I think tactical sprint doesn't really need to be in the game, but I'm not gonna like cry and bitch and moan that it is in the game, because that's not going to do anything. And it doesn't really affect me that much. I think what does affect me is like the crackhead Omni movement. You know, people dolphin dive into a bunny hop, into a jump, into a slide around the corner, like they you know, throwing their controller in the air, doing like 360s and then spinning around, catching it, and then shooting me in the blink of an eye. Like, yeah, I'm good with that stuff. Okay, congratulations to, you know, you like 20-year-olds unemployed, play this game 12 hours a day. Like, yeah, I'm not competing with you. You know, I don't care. I don't care to be the best Call of Duty player anymore. Those days are long gone. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys this note about tac sprint. Something else that I'm actually proud of Treyarch for admitting here, and, you know, kind of a couple of W's here for Treyarch for actually saying stuff, but they said they acknowledged not having weekly challenges in Black Ops 6 was a miss. It just wasn't something that we had on our radars, and by the time we realized that it wasn't shoehorning it in, didn't necessarily make sense. That's fair. I think it's kind of like again, that weekly challenges, yeah, maybe people like playing your game every week and like having something to grind for once they're done with the camos. Like, I don't think you necessarily need weekly challenges like minute 1, day 1 of the game, but I don't know, by January, when the game starts to feel a little dull, like maybe incorporate some things rather than like 1 map a season or 2 maps a season and like 1 mid-ass gun. Like, maybe incorporate some actual things to do, because yeah, you can, you know, level up the LC10 or the AMAX until it's like I don't know, max level or until you get the camo, and then what are you going to do? Like nothing again, right? Like, so incorporate some challenges, make it fun to log in, make it fun to choose what you're going for, to play a different play style, right? Like, you know, if your challenge is like get 10 kills with C4, you never would have touched C4 without that challenge. So it's like, at least you get to experiment more with the game. That's the way I see it. And I think that's just good for variety. It's good for the overall enjoyment of the game. Is it the most efficient? Are you going to drop the most nukes with this class? Probably not. But guess what? That's not always what Call of Duty is about. That's not always what gaming's about. Sometimes people just want to play the game and have fun. Ooh, shocking concept, right? It's not always about sweating 24/7. And last thing I'll address, just because it just kind of came out, but following feedback since the reveal, Treyarch moved some perks around in Black Ops 7. So Dexterity is in Perk 3, Scavengers in Perk 1, and Looper is now in Perk 2. Very, very interesting. I wonder if it's just because of an exclusive ace or something like that. It's very interesting that we are like getting changes to the perks and I don't know, maybe even weapons soon before the beta even comes out. Like nobody's even played this game yet. And it's like, wow, we're changing stuff already. That's kind of cool. I guess that's good that they're listening, but it might be a little preemptive. I don't know. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about all this stuff in the comment section down below. Be curious to hear what you guys have to say. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Really appreciate the recent support, guys. Let's get to 12K by the end of the year. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.